absolutely just bizarre, man. Very much in the sort of Dead Rising vein. What's that, mate? Oh, I know it's coming out on PC. That's what I'm saying, mate. I'll almost certainly be getting it on PC. I know, Freddy. Twitch is just, to be honest, Twitch has just lost it, mate. It's the problem we're having. If you kind of watch, see, at my end, everything's fine. You see, I'm running quite a lot of diagnostic sort of software at the minute. There's a new bit that Rich has brought out as well, and everything is getting to the ingest servers from my end absolutely flawlessly. In fact, better than ever. I've not had literally, out of the millions of frames that I must have broadcast in the last 3-4 weeks, I've not had a single dropped frame. As in, seriously, not one dropped frame. Which means my connection to the ingest server is probably better than it's ever been. I never used to suffer hugely with drop frames, but when I watch the videos back, everything's fine. You can watch them back flawlessly, no skipping, no stuttering, everything's perfect. But when you're watching it live, it's doing exactly what you're saying, constant buffering. It's just, what were they thinking, man? Seriously, what were they thinking? Quite a lot of the broadcasters, in fact, as well as I say quite a lot, 3 of the guys that I watch regularly have all left to go to what's it called? Hitbox. Is it Hitbox? Hitbox. Yeah, I'm sure it's Hitbox. I'll have a look in my favourites in a sec. I've got it on my Chrome favourites. Yeah, it's terrible, Freddy. Honestly, mate. I mean, my relationship with Twitch has been a sort of love-hate, and I've always said at the end of the day, who are we to complain? They offered a really good service with a very broken chat system, but it didn't cost anyone anything. Free service. Who are we to argue? But with this new video thing and the buffering, oh, freaking hell, man. I mean, I literally now cannot watch 2 of the guys that I watch regularly because I get constant buffering. And like you said, what happens, it's really weird as well, because what's happening is you'll be sitting there watching a broadcaster and they'll be talking and you'll suddenly think, what the hell? That sentence didn't even make sense. And it's almost like the buffering happens so precisely that it actually just simply cuts out like 2 seconds of chat. It's just utterly bizarre. Oh, I can't boot up TeamSpeak, mate. I'd end up losing my connection. This game's a bit funny for the link on OBS, Freddy, so I can't do it even if I wanted to, buddy. Let's have a look. I've actually got a bit turned around here, haven't I? While I've been jabbering on. But yeah, Twitch is, if they're not careful, if some of these big broadcasters say enough's enough and bugger off, I think they could be in a lot of trouble. I think the only thing that's actually stopping the big broadcasters from going is the fact that they know how the monetization works on Twitch, and it's actually very good as well. From what I understand, they're prompt payers, blah blah blah. So something like Hitbox, I understand there's been a few issues with people that have tried it in the past. Oh shit, I didn't want to do that. Get out of that. I'm not too sure, to be honest. I might jump on for a little bit tomorrow, New Year's Day, give it a bit of a whirl around. I stopped playing because there were a few people mentioning no names who were bitching at one another. Kept getting messages about it saying, "Who stole my diamonds?" Yes. I'm not there to be judge and jury. I led the unit to the burial ground and we ran into some Knights of the Order.
I led the unit to the burial ground and we ran into some Knights of the Order.
I assume you were victorious.
I'm highly pleased, Witcher. Here is your reward.
But we found neither hawkers nor weapons.
We'll acquire weapons. The Dwan will come for our gold. Most importantly, the Order has been beaten. You will hear of me yet.
I'm sure I will.
I conducted a little investigation into that Witcher who roamed the swamp before you.
Learn anything?
Yes. He was seized by Dwan wearing the Salamandra sign. Apparently, he offered no resistance.
So he isn't dead. But why did he hide his gear?
Maybe he foresaw their coming. Look out for yourself, Gwynblyde.
Thank you, Yavin.
That's interesting. We seem to be doing okay on the. Just gonna see if we can catch old Luvarden. There ain't too many Scoia'tael left here, Yavin. I think we might have inadvertently thinned your ranks somewhat. John, also known as Ralph, has been in my ninja's house. Yeah, the problem is, Freddy, how do you know it's him, mate? Shall we say I've noticed a certain person jumping on and off the server for sort of like 10 or 15 minutes at a time in the very, very wee hours of the morning. And let me just say for the record, it's not the person that you think it is. Now, whether or not you know you sort of have evidence to the contrary that that person's also doing something, so be it. You know, I'm not there to judge as such, but there is someone who's on the server whose login times lead me to suspect there may be some shenanigans going on. Shall I leave it at that? They seem to come on for about 10 or 15 minutes at a time. They also have some, you know, when it says on the server log such and such has moved illegally, is it? I can't remember what, incorrectly or something. They seem to be the only person who gets that, and normally when they're doing that quick log on. Like I said, I'm not there to judge, mate. Yeah, but what are they gonna do, Freddy? What's an op gonna do? Oh. Oh gosh. I'm all bloody full. We've definitely got no other quests, have we? I think the only one that I can really do is go and speak to Luvarden. I suppose we could confront rather Raymond and just say, look, pal, we found the real Raymond's body, so we know you're not who you say you are, and see what the hell happens. There's nothing I can do, Freddy. I'm sorry, mate. It's just Twitch, buddy. It's Twitch being a poo-poo. I think if it carries on, certainly in the new year, there's quite a few chaps on one of the forums who've sort of been saying, you know, they're willing to give it the benefit of the doubt for the time being, but, you know, I think for the smaller broadcasters, Twitch no longer offers that kind of simple, flawless service that they once did. It's a shame, though, man. You know, what they should have done is trialled it. They should have said, look, we're going to give this a go, okay? See how it goes, but from what we've seen of feedback from Twitch, it's like tough shit, we're sticking with it, And I'm sure for the big channels, no doubt they get a flawless service. I can almost guarantee it. Maybe, as one person said, it's all part of Twitch's long-term strategy to get rid of the small broadcasters. You know, the people like, for example, fucking about on the PS4. Because at the end of the day, they're still taking up a shit ton of bandwidth and not bringing any income for Twitch. So from Twitch's point of view, it's not really a problem. As long as they retain the big broadcasters, which is where like 99.9% of their money and revenue is coming from advertising revenue. I suppose one could say it's all part of a long-term strategy to say fuck off, basically. Pardon my French.
A new customer. What do you want?
Where do you go? Take me to the other side.
Time is money. Made up your mind?
Come on, 5 orange. Let's get on with it.
Ready to go?
Blah, blah, blah.
I wouldn't have paid you otherwise. Take me to town.
Yeah, but that's the point. I don't really want anyone getting kicked or banned. I should imagine we've only got a few players on there, mate. If anyone has got evidence that someone's doing something stupid, just let me know and I'll quite happily ban them. See, this is the point. This is my entire point. Is if so we make someone an OP and they come to the wrong decision, then you know I've got no say in the matter, have I? If I'm running the server and I decide to ban someone, then that's it. Final fucking decision, innit? No one can get arsey over the OPs then. Come on, fatty, out the way.
The brick shipment runs late again. Nasty weather.
Where's Declan? There he is. Right, I think it's time to put a big fat chunky save in. Yeah, that's it. That's it, Freddy. I seriously.
Yes.
Although that's strictly speaking not 100% accurate, so that's why I'm saying it's not a given, Freddy, because there's a couple of big streamers that I watch, and for me it's erratic. So for example on a Tuesday I might log in and everything's fine, and then I might log in on a Thursday and all I get is buffering. So I don't think it's something that Twitch has entirely got control over. I think sometimes it does just depend on which server you're being bounced onto in terms of picking up that outgoing stream. I mean, I have found if I kind of constantly refresh, for some reason, I don't know whether I end up piggybacked onto a different server or not, but I can sometimes work my way around it. But it never used to be like that, Freddy. It used to be, as much as it was a service where you had problems, and 9 times out of 10 it was a temporary thing, or something you needed to change at your end, or something that Twitch were working on fixing. At the moment it's just constant bloody buffering. For the majority of channels, people with fans, I mean, if you take Photo we know has got an absolutely epic connection. He can watch my stream and he very rarely has any issues with it, which tells me that buffer rate is very strange. Why is he not?
You think me a seller of turnips? I
Declan,
run businesses you
fat,
can't even
useless
fathom.
git.
I see.
You're confusing reflected stars for the night sky. I'm waiting for important news.
Let's talk.
Yes?
Oh, what? I don't understand why it says in my quest log. Not him. Where the hell is it? Von often told me we'll deal with Salamandra. I await his next move. You know what? I've had enough. We're gonna go and confront Raymond. Let's see what metric shit ton of a shit storm we can cause in Vizima. Yes, and you, Freddy. Best wishes to you and all your family, mate. I hope you have a top one and a very prosperous new year. Where's old Raymond? Here he is. Right, let's do a quick save.